Hey guys, Mr. Everything here, back with another movie news video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what is Hela's motive in Thor Ragnarok. So Kate Blanchett, she was in an interview and she said a whole bunch of things in this interview. Some of the stuff I thought was cool, but I took this away from the interview. I thought this was most important. And she said some other cool stuff. She talked about working with Taika Waititi and the rest of the cast, and she talked about like the CGI on her suit, like how they did all that. And she actually brought up another good point in her interview, another good quote, talking about how she's the first Marvel big female led villain, which is true. This is the first Marvel female villain ever. I mean, yeah, you could say other like henchman characters and stuff like Nebula and Aisha from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but even they're not the main big bads, and she is the first out of all of the Marvel movies, the 16 or whatever we've gotten in the 10 years. She is the first female Marvel villain. So she talked about that and how important that is, which is great. Always love to see female empowerment in films. But I thought this was the main thing she talked about. And she basically talks about in this quote, the specific one I'm talking about, on what is Hela's motive, and why she's so mad in Thor Ragnarok basically. And I have her quote here. Well, she's been banished for a very long time under the Asgardian stairs for 5,000 years. You'd be a little bit cross, but I think it's very interesting to bring up the concept of death into a world that is unsustainably immortal. You look at the Western world, and in most cultures, death has been banished from the world in which most Western people live. And as a result, I think it's made life rather screwed up. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of jittered over that quote there. My throat's kind of acting funny. But, yeah, I mean, she basically just says in that quote, obviously the Asgardians, they basically banned her for 5,000 years, and that's basically her motive. And she, you see in the trailers, too, she's mad. She's like, mad at Asgardians. She's like, Asgard is dead. So, she basically explains in that quote there just everything. And I think she also said in another one of her quotes, because like I said, all of these quotes, I think they're all in the same interview. I might even link it down in the description below so you guys can read yourself. But yeah, I mean, she just talks about everything. She talks about how she gets more powerful when she gets mad, so kind of like the Hawk. And it makes sense because we see in the Thor trailers, like you see like this energy surging from her body. You see a lot of costume changes in the trailers too. So it seems like she's going to get upgrades the more powerful she gets. So yeah, I mean, she's a powerful villain. It's glad to see, obviously a strong female character, and obviously just a first female character, and a villain that seems like she has a good motive. And I said this before in some of my early Thor videos, I think she will be one of the best Marvel villains, if not the best Marvel villain. I mean, you got Loki. I will argue Ego is a pretty good villain, and I mean, who else? The Vulture. And that's pretty much it. I feel like she's going to be, the next big, good Marvel villain. So, yeah, happy to see, strong motive, obviously, and just obviously a strong female character, villain portrayed. So, yeah, that's it for today's movie news video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out all my other Marvel videos, all my other movie news videos, and all my other Thor Ragnarok videos. And thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.